Alright, so welcome back. This is my last video of UFC Auckland. Last two breakdowns. I know it's very late. It's only an hour till the Fight Pass prelim start, but this is for the co-main and main event, which will be around 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning in Irish time. But so we're going to be looking at Michał Oleksiejczuk. Just going to call him Michał. So he is 14-3, very small for light heavyweight in comparison to other light heavyweights. Crute is very powerful for the weight class. He's very athletic, so he is. But after the Khalil Roundtree fight in Michał's UFC debut, we've seen him take like a first round approach, where he just goes balls to the wall from the first round and goes for the finish, because he was quite patient in the Roundtree fight, and it ended up costing him. But I'm actually not sure why that was a no contest, so it wasn't. I think it's a drug test. Let's just search up here. Khalil Roundtree, no contest. Michał won it, and then he tested positive afterwards, so he's unbeaten in UFC really. And he was a 3-1 underdog in that fight, which is a bit mad. But in the OSP fight, he gassed out. He went for the finish, as he does in the first round, and he basically gassed out and got submitted in the second from the fallen flu choke. Now, if you watch the OSP fight and the Antiglove fight, and also the Volante fight, he comes out in the first round very bouncing up on his feet. He's a lot of movement and a lot of head movement and stuff. But see, when it gets to the second round, he slows down, and also if there's grappling in the exchanges, he slows down, which I think is a thing that he can't afford to basically be in with Crute, because Crute is a good grappler. He mounted Paul Craig a few times, and he submitted him in the third round. Like, Crute is green in terms of his stand-up. He doesn't really have the best striking defense. Neither does Michał, to be honest with you. But I think Michał's the more accomplished boxer and stand-up fighter. But Crute does have a lot of power, so he does, in his hands. But I think that if he gets backed up by Michał, I think he's sort of in a world of trouble, because Michał will start connecting, start landing some serious shots. But Crute has showed an amazing chin, so I'm thinking that and the whole crowd's going to be behind Crute, so I'm thinking that if Crute manages to get out of the first round, that's a live betting opportunity. Now, for a pre-fight pick, I'm probably going to pick Oleksiejczuk, because I think he's just the more skilled fighter overall, and he does have good wrestling defense. He's actually an underrated grappler in terms of preventing takedowns and stuff, and working his way off the back. If we just look at the stats here, Oleksiejczuk lands more per minute, and also, but a detriment to him is that he absorbs more per minute. But he has had more fights in UFC, and he's come up against higher level of UFC caliber fighters. But interestingly enough, Crute has 100% takedown accuracy, which is a bit mad. So he might be able to take Oleksiejczuk down, relying on his strength. I just don't know. So this is, in terms of betting, this is a pass for me. I'm just going to wait for the live betting opportunity, see how it goes, because Crute is an underdog. And we just look at the odds here. Crute is an underdog, but the whole crowd's going to be behind him. He's probably going to get the second highest cheer out of Dan Hooker in this fight. And he was like 13-10 at the start of the week, and he has moved down. So people have come out and bet him, which is interesting enough. But I'm not going to do any pre-fight bets for this fight. I think fight the knockout distance is interesting, is 1-2, which is sort of a good bet if you're interested in it. But my pick for that fight will be Oleksiejczuk by knockout, probably, or decision. Actually, I'm not sure on the method, but Oleksiejczuk will probably win. But if he does what he's been doing recently and coming out of first round, very fast and late on his feet and gassing, then Crute does have the opportunity to come back. Because Crute does he does have good cardio, and he's just a winner. Like, he just grinds out victories out of nothing, really. Crute does. But it's a hard fight. I think the bookies have got that one right. So there will be no pre-fight after this one, because I think there's just better opportunities elsewhere. But I've got Oleksiejczuk to win, but I'm not confident in it at all, because I just think he is an underrated wrestler and he will keep Crute off him. So now if we move into the most anticipated fight of this card, Felder versus Hooker. Now, what a fight this is. I'll just come out and say it. I haven't actually studied tape for this fight, because I do know the fighters very well and I've watched all of their last fights before. But throughout the card, I'm going to be in between breaks and stuff, obviously studying their fights, because it is a wee bit late and I want to watch Bellator card. But Paul Felder, I would say he's a better striker, to be honest, and I don't think he's going to be knocked out in this fight. I honestly don't think Paul Felder can probably be knocked out. He has an unbelievable chin, but so does Dan Hooker. I think, let me just check the odds. I think over 2.5 rounds might be good for this one, depending on what the odds are. Where are we? Paul Felder versus Dan Hooker. Let's see. Over 2.5 rounds. Nah, it's over 3.5. Nah, even still, nah, I wouldn't bet it. Over 3.5 be interesting, but no, because you never know. But I have bet Paul Hooker. I've actually bet him double chance. Or sorry, Paul Hooker, Jesus. Paul Felder. I've bet him double chance. Let me see, Paul Felder TKO points. 13 to 8 I got him at on Bet365, but he is available at Paddy Power and Betfair there as well, because Paul Felder, I believe, does not have a finish by submission on his career. Or if he does, it's only 1 or 2. Let me check. He has 1 submission back in the day, which I wouldn't really look into much. He doesn't finish people by submissions, really. This will be contested on the feet. This is just going to be a great fight. And I think that Paul Hooker, Jesus, keep saying it. Paul Felder will utilize leg kicks like Barboza did against Dan Hooker, and I think he will take apart the legs and eventually accumulate points and maybe get the finish, which is why I've left a double chance in there of TKO or decision. But I just think Dan Hooker, I mean, I don't know how high his limit is. I think he is good, but I just think Paul Felder's better. I think he's more well-rounded fighter, and also, I do think he will come out and attack the legs, which will take away Hooker's power. And then I can't see Paul Felder accumulating points to get a decision victory or knocking him out. I'm not sure what method of victory, but I will go Paul Felder TKO or decision, double chance. Let me just fire that in the implied probability calculator. No, it's not. Oh, 38%. The bookies are giving Paul Felder to win by double chance TKO or decision. 38%. That is crazy. This fight is 50-50. Paul Felder, I'm just going to come out and say it, he will not win this fight by submission. So having Paul Felder in that range, I don't know how you can't bet him. 38% the bookies are giving him to win by TKO decision is only avenues for victory. Now that is definitely a good bet. That's a safe bet. If we just look at their stats, let's just check, because this will be interesting. So Dan Hooker does land more significant strikes per round, but he does absorb more. He doesn't have the best striking defense. He gets the KO or he's bust, or he gets KO submission, or he just goes bust. He just loses. Paul Felder's much more defensively, cautious. He's just He doesn't really absorb that much strikes. He doesn't take that much shots. He barely ever gets racked. I don't think I've ever seen him racked in UFC. He has really one of the best elbows in UFC. If he does slow down Dan Hooker with leg kicks, I think he will get Hooker up against Cage and maybe add in the elbows from the clinch and stuff like that. So I do have Paul Felder by TKO or decision. I think he's being overlooked. And if this fight was in America, maybe 5 rounds in America, I'd just say, I think it would be a pick'em, which is why I'm going to take Paul Felder as a reasonably sized underdog at TKO or decision, double chance. So that is my picks for UFC Auckland. So if you're betting, good luck, and I hope you enjoy the card, and thanks for watching.